When you look up at the night sky, it's easy to think of space as just empty and beautiful. But the truth is, it's filled with forces so powerful they kind of defy comprehension. And some of them are downright terrifying. So today, we're counting down the absolute scariest objects known to science, from cosmic behemoths that could wreck our entire solar system to bizarre theoretical events that could just erase reality itself. And look, that's not something out of a sci-fi movie. That is the stark reality of the cosmos we live in. We're going to start our countdown with the quiet, stealthy threats and work our way up to what I can only describe as absolute cosmic horror.
All right, kicking off our list at number 10, we've got the lonely killers of the universe, rogue planets. Now, these aren't your typical planets orbiting a sun. No, they are cosmic nomads, wandering through the endless void with a very dark secret.
So, what makes a rogue planet so scary? Well, it's all about the stealth. This is a world that's been violently kicked out of its own solar system. It doesn't generate any light, so it just drifts through the blackness, completely invisible. If one of these were to wander through our solar system, we wouldn't see it coming. Not until its massive gravity started to tug on our planets, warping their orbits, maybe flinging Earth out into the frozen darkness, or even sending us on a collision course with our own sun. Okay, so a rogue planet has to get pretty close to mess things up. But our next terror, it can kill from an absolutely mind-boggling distance. Coming in at number 9, we have magnetars, the most powerful magnets in the entire known universe. The power of this magnetic field is it's absurd. If a magnetar got to about half the distance of our moon, its magnetic force would be strong enough to literally tear the atoms in your body apart. But way before that, it would wipe out every single piece of magnetic data on Earth. Think about it. Every credit card, every hard drive, our entire digital world, gone. Instantly. The fear here isn't getting hit. It's being erased from halfway across the solar system.
At number 8, we've got something so fast and so powerful, scientists have called it the universe's sniper. We're talking about a gamma-ray burst.
These are hands down the most energetic explosions we have ever seen. And they're not some big expanding wave of destruction. No, they are a focused, narrow beam of pure death traveling at the speed of light. If Earth happened to be in the crosshairs of one of these, we would have absolutely zero warning. The beam would slam into our atmosphere, strip away the ozone layer in a flash, and just bathe the surface in lethal radiation. It would trigger a global extinction event. It's one shot, game over. Coming in at number 7, we have the object that can actually create things like magnetars, the neutron star itself. These are the collapsed cores of massive stars, and honestly, they represent a complete paradox of physics. I want you to try and wrap your head around this. You've got an object that's only about the size of a city, but it has more mass packed into it than our entire sun. So how dense is that? Well, if you could scoop up a single teaspoon of this stuff, it would weigh 1 billion tons here on Earth. That is the weight of a mountain packed into the size of a sugar cube. Its gravity is so intense, it literally bends space. If you got too close, you would experience something physicists call spaghettification, which is exactly what it sounds like. The gravity would stretch your body into a long, thin stream of atoms, pulling you apart before crushing you into absolutely nothing.
All right, we've been talking about star-sized threats. Now, let's zoom out, way out, to galactic-level terrors. At number 6, we have quasars. You can think of them as the universe's cosmic flamethrowers. A quasar is what happens when a supermassive black hole at the center of a galaxy goes on an absolute feeding frenzy. As it sucks in stars and gas, it blasts out these enormous jets of energy that are so powerful they can outshine the entire galaxy they live in. These jets can stretch for millions of light years, basically sterilizing any planets in their path and stopping new stars from being born for eons. This isn't just destruction, this is the prevention of life on a cosmic scale. Cracking our top 5 is one of the most beautiful and, at the same time, most violent events in the entire cosmos, a supernova, the explosive, spectacular death of a massive star.
The amount of energy we're talking about here is it's almost impossible to comprehend. In just a few seconds, a supernova unleashes more energy than our sun will produce in its entire 10 billion year lifespan. If a star relatively close to us were to go supernova, the wave of radiation would be absolutely catastrophic for life on Earth. The good news? Well, astronomers don't think any of our close stellar neighbors are about to blow up anytime soon. Small comfort, I guess. Okay, moving on to number 4. And this one's different. It's not a flashy explosion. It's a quiet, patient, and absolutely relentless force that governs the fate of entire galaxies, the supermassive black hole. These things are the titans of the universe. Their gravitational pull is so immense that once you cross their point of no return, what we call the event horizon, that's it. You're gone. Not just destroyed, but completely removed from the universe as we know it. And the most chilling part? There is one, a supermassive black hole called Sagittarius A star, sitting right at the heart of our own Milky Way galaxy. Right now. It's silent, and it is unstoppable.
Now we enter the realm of pure existential dread. At number 3 is a theoretical event that would basically act as a universal reset button. It's called false vacuum decay. This idea is truly terrifying. The theory goes that our universe might not actually be in its most stable energy state. Think of it like a ball sitting in a small dip at the top of a huge hill. If, somewhere in the universe, a random quantum fluctuation created a bubble of a more stable, true vacuum, that bubble would expand at the speed of light, rewriting the very laws of physics as it goes. You wouldn't see it coming. You wouldn't feel it. You, me, the Earth, the stars, everything would just cease to be. In the blink of an eye. It's absolute erasure. Our runner-up for the scariest thing in the universe is one possible and very violent end for everything. It's not a quiet erasure like our last entry. It's a violent tearing apart of reality itself. Number 2 is the Big Rip. So this theory is all driven by dark energy, that mysterious force that's making the universe expand faster and faster. In a Big Rip scenario, that acceleration gets so powerful it eventually overcomes gravity. First, it would be strong enough to pull entire galaxies apart from each other. Then, it would get strong enough to rip open solar systems, flinging planets into the void. And finally, in the last moments of the universe, the force would become so overwhelming it would tear atoms themselves apart. Reality would literally shred itself to pieces. And here we are, number 1. The single scariest, most incomprehensible thing in the entire universe. It's not an explosion. It's not an event. It's a place. The heart of every black hole. The singularity. This is a place where our understanding of the universe just shatters. At a singularity, all the matter of a collapsed star, sometimes millions of times the mass of our sun, is crushed down to a point that has zero physical size but infinite density. And this creates a gravitational pull that is, quite literally, infinite. The gravity here is so extreme that it warps the very fabric of space-time into an endless curve. For anything that falls in, the path forward doesn't lead through space anymore. It leads through time, and it ends at this one single point. Time itself, as we understand it, just stops. It collapses. And that right there, that's the ultimate cosmic horror. The singularity is the one place in the universe where all of our known laws of physics, from Einstein's relativity to quantum mechanics, completely break down. Our science fails. Our math fails. It is the end of understanding. It's a point beyond which we simply cannot know. It is the universe's ultimate question mark. It really is a humbling thought, isn't it? When we look up at the night sky, we see beauty, sure, but we're also looking into an arena of forces that could wipe us out in an instant without any warning or reason. It really forces you to ask, what is our place in all of this? Are we some kind of cosmic miracle, or are we all just living on borrowed time?